Hello, welcome to my demonstration speech. I think it's safe to say that everyone owns or has a baseball cap or hat, but have you ever thought about how to clean one? Well, today I will be showing you how to clean and wash your hat / baseball cap. I will be going over the 3 main steps needed to wash and clean your hat, which are the items / cleaning utensils you're going to need to wash your hat, and then how to wash your hat, and at the end the end result of what your hat should look like. So first, we will start with the items you will need to wash your hat. I have 2 buckets. You don't have to use huge buckets unless you're going to wash more than one hat, which today I'm just going to show you how to wash one hat. And you want one bucket you will use to wash your hat in, and the other bucket you're going to use to rinse your hat in. And so you want 2 buckets. You don't want too cold. You don't want the water to be too cold, or you don't want the water to be too hot, and you want to fill them halfway. But like I said, if you're washing like 5 hats, you might want to get bigger buckets. So 2 buckets with water halfway, depending on how many hats you're washing. And then the third item you will need is OxiClean Versatile laundry detergent. You can get this in the laundry detergent aisle. It is color safe and chlorine free, and this is the best one to get because, like it says, color safe, and it's usually the best one. They have 2 other versions. They have a chlorine one, and then they have another OxiClean powder detergent, but this one's the safest and best one, and the one that I usually always use to clean my hats with. And the other item you will need is a toothbrush to kind of scrub any stains or anything you have on your hat to get rid of it in the washing / cleaning process. And lastly, you will need your hat. You can wash more than one hat if you want. I'm just going to show you how to wash one today. So that's the first step of how to wash your hat. And so I will demonstrate how to wash your hat. So the next process is step 2, which we will be starting. And you want to scoop up some OxiClean. I'd say about a half a scoop first, and then a full scoop is what I always do. In one bucket, your washing and cleaning bucket. So once that's in there, you kind of just want to use your hand to like stir it around a little, not too crazy, just to dissolve the cleaning, detergent in there. And you like to use my hand because you kind of feel it if it's grainy in the bottom and if it's dissolved or not. It doesn't all have to be dissolved because I don't think it all does. It never does when I usually do this, but most of it does. And you just kind of want to stir it with your hand. And it's okay for your hands to get wet because they're going to get wet once you put your hat in there. So you're going to take your hat and put your hat in there. And you're just going to let it soak in there and just put it down in there. And after that, once you have your hat in there, you're going to want to get your toothbrush. And if you have, like I said, stains and stuff like that, you're going to want to scrub them away. Most of my hats, when I wear them this summer and they're white or lighter color, they have sweat stains. And for me, it's always worked to use the toothbrush to get the sweat stains out. Or if I'm doing something outside and I get dirt on them and then I get dirt stain from working in the yard or stuff like that, a toothbrush regularly and always works. You can just get the cheap toothbrush. You don't have to get like the $8 toothbrush. You can get this toothbrush. It's like $1 General, and just scrub wherever it's needed. Mostly in the bill is the best part to scrub. So you're just going to want to scrub and get all the dirt out and the stains. After you're done scrubbing, you're going to want to put it back in there, and then you're going to let it soak. And usually I let it soak for about 30 minutes, maybe, tops. I'm not going to let it soak today in this demonstration speech just because I'm time limited. So once you're done cleaning it and you feel like it's very, very, very clean, you're going to want to put this in your second bucket, which is your rinsing bucket. And there, you're going to just want to rinse it and just put the hat in there and just rinse it out. And just get all the soapy stuff off of it, get all the laundry detergent out of it. And once you've done that, you will move on to your next step, which if you have a clothing line or if you want to leave this hanging in the shower, on the shower head, or like I said, if you have a clothing line, you can hang it up there and hang it up and just let it dry. It'll take a while for it to dry, so don't wash the hat and then expecting it to wear that same day or within the next 30 minutes. You're going to have to leave it there hanging for a while. Pause. Okay, stop there. I'm in my restroom, and I'm going to hang this wet hat after I just washed it and cleaned it. I'm going to hang it on the shower head. And that's where I'm going to let it dry. And that's where you can let it dry if you don't have a clothing line. Also, if you have a magnet, you can hang it in your shower, like where the door slide and stuff like that. It's probably made out of metal. If it's not made out of metal, you can find somewhere. As long as you have one of those like chip clip-on magnets, you could probably clip it on a hat and then hang it somewhere where you can let it dry. And moving on to the last step, after washing your hat, you should see that your hat looks a lot cleaner. You should see the result of it being cleaned and you brushing out the stains with the OxiClean and everything else. So I've shown you how to wash and clean your hat, and I've gone over the 3 steps, which is the items you will need to wash your hat, how to wash your hat, and what your hat should look like at the end. So hopefully after watching this video, you will see, and watching how I demonstrated it, you will gather your hats that you have laying around in your house that maybe you thought about throwing out because they were too dirty, and you will save them and actually go ahead and wash them.